welcome to Walter R. Johnson Sports Complex. This is Kevin O'Neill. With me, as always, is Coach Davis, as we are set for an IHSA regional contest that pits the Libertyville Wildcats against Barrington. Coach, what do you think?
You know, Coach O'Neill, it's been a great start to the regional here at Libertyville High School. Want to give a huge shout out to our Wildcat Productions crew for getting things thrown together here on a Tuesday night for a little Tuesday night football action and the last semifinal game here at the regional with your Libertyville Wildcats taking on the Barrington Broncos. Here in the regional so far, last night we had two regional quarterfinal games, Coach O'Neill, and St. Viator was victorious over Warren Township in the first game, and then Barrington was victorious in a barn burner over Conant there after a little bit of a lightning delay last night. Got that game in, finished up about 9 o'clock. Barrington came out with a 36-28 victory over the Conant Cougars last night. In earlier action here today, if you were tuning in on the NFHS network, you might have seen that the Schaumburg Saxons defeated the St. Viator Lions by a score of 20-10. St. Viator kind of jumped out. Coach O'Neill took kind of a quick two-score lead there, Schaumburg jumped out to a quick two-score lead, but the Lions battled tough and were able to keep it closer to the end until Schaumburg was able to push across a touchdown in the fourth quarter, just kind of iced the game right there. And now we're looking forward here, Coach O'Neill, for the main event here, the host Libertyville Wildcats taking on the Barrington Broncos.
Taking on the Broncos. So I was talking to the Broncos AD, Ryan Rubenstein, earlier, and he said how this is, this is their first year. This is Barrington's first year in IHSA. They kind of operated more of as a club team last year. But then they worked their way into it, did like the summer camp, did the full, and they're really excited for this opportunity to be out here tonight, with this regional final. They do have a true freshman quarterback, Riley Rivera, Gia Clower, and I say true freshman as if she could be redshirt somehow. So the Wildcats deferred. They won the opening toss and deferred, and so the Broncos will take over at their 14. The ball snapped to Clower. The give is around to the side. Oh, no, she's going to keep it up the middle. Makes one Wildcat miss. Pretty slippery runner there. Nicely done. Actually, that was handed off, I think, Coach, to...
That was number 7 for the Wildcats, Kenzie Hughes on the flagpole there from that cornerback position.
I think that was handed off to Alex Ryder, number 27. Oh, there we go. Thanks, guys.
And, Coach O'Neill, that's one of the things you'll notice here from Barrington that we saw in that game last night. You'll see a lot of misdirection, a lot of quarterback runs there from Clower, and number 42, Zoe Martin as well, are the two kind of big names to watch for their offense.
And just like you call it, Zoe Martin gets it right there in a great flagpole. That's number 26 for the Cats, Allie Perkins. And that's been just a reoccurring theme for us, right, Coach? The great tackling, the great flagpoles by the Wildcat defense, setting up a 2nd and long here.
And, that was one thing I was talking with Coach Rayfiner about during the week is, we've talked a lot about in the broadcast this year about how hard of a skill that flagpole is. And from spending some time down the sidelines working the down marker, you're able to really see how, that is a challenging skill if you've never tried to do that before.
Here's Clower. Yep, take it off. Rolling out. Nice contain there. Oh, just bounces out, but just a gain of 2. Good team defense there. Little inside-out combination by the 2 defenders out there to keep Clower bottled up.
This will bring up 3rd and 6 here for Barrington, Coach O'Neill. Well, Barrington was successful with last night with some quick passes out to the flats and then the run after the catch. That was really what a lot of the movement was, and then as the defense for Conant last night tried to come up a little bit, they were able to hit some bigger plays down the field.
All right, so we'll see what the Broncos have dialed up here. They have to get to the 40, a reminder here. So they need about 6 to go. Motion, Clower's keeping it, looking to that flat, just like you said, and she's going to take off. She's got some room, depends on the flagpole right now. Oh, just out of reach. Has some slippery moves there to just slip across the 40.
That looked like that was number 18, Sydney Krakonis with the flagpole there.
Mia Kovac doing a nice job on contain there, too. Making sure Clower couldn't get to the outside.
Coach, I spent the first game down at the down mark, and we were staring right into the sun. Hard to see. Now we got the glare from the lights here in the Wildcat production boards, and I'm trying to make it out. My eyes just aren't what they used to be anymore. So I apologize if we missed any numbers on there. We'll just do the best we can here to get all our Wildcat athletes recognized tonight.
Motion, again, the fake both ways, kind of the fake wishbone there. Oh, she's giving chase, but can't get a flagpole. Clower stumbles and bumbles across the 50-yard line.
It looks like that was number 16, Mary Minogue with the flagpole for the Cats.
I have Mary as number 21 on my roster.
Let's see if we can check it out here on the replay here, Coach O'Neill. I was trying to check and see right there.
Sure looks like Mary.
That's right. I saw that close up there on the broadcast
Yeah.
and just thought, you know, because it was hard for me to make out the numbers, we just go right with the facial recognition software.
There we go, and the give is under to number 27.
Nice
That's Alex
flagpole.
Ryder again. Nice tackle again.
Flagpole there looked like that was number 28, Keely Kobo for the Cats.
That offense that they're running is really interesting. It's almost like just like the fake dive that you run every time, and just it's Novocaine. Yep. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. And they can go either way. They can go in either direction with that, or Clower can pull it and keep that.
Cats staying their traditional two-high look here. Two safeties back deep.
Clower rolls back, doesn't like what she sees. There's a flag down
here on the field.
Seems like it might be in the area of holding in some capacity.
We'll see what we got. 2 flags are both down, so both officials saw it here tonight.
Ball's just across midfield.
Illegal personal contact, 22 offense, 10-yard penalty.
So is that downfield blocking, Coach? Is that the translation for that, or I'm not
Correct.
sure?
I believe, Coach O'Neill, the technical term that was maybe when an offensive player uses their hands into a block. So the best way I can try to describe blocking for folks at home in the flag football game is kind of like a stock block, where you're more kind of like maybe like setting a screen in basketball, more along those lines. You cannot use that arm to create separation or for a push in the flag football game.
Gotcha. So no no hands-on at all.
Correct.
You're just setting a moving pick. All right, so that brings up a 3rd and long here, 3rd and just shy of 20, 3rd and about 19 from the looks of it. Only 1 back in the backfield, 2 stretched out to Clower's right. She rolls that way, gets 1 block, comes back the other way. She tucks that ball down awful quick and is looking to run. And a great flagpole there.
That's
huge.
Number 16, Mary Minogue there on the flagpole.
Because she had a little bit of real estate because the Bronco wide receivers were downfield a bit, so she had some room if she gets past that initial line of defense.
And the Barrington punt team comes on to the field here. You know, Coach O'Neill, I've learned a new rule tonight is that we had a little end of game or end of half situation with the punt team, and that the punter gets 5 seconds. So you can't like run and like try to kill like the 10 seconds off the clock. We saw that in the first game. The punter gets 5 seconds because you've declared that you're going to punt. So that kick is a little short out of bounds. Cats are going to take over. It looks like they're going to get 1st and 4. So we get our first look here at the Wildcat offense tonight.
So it does look like Quinn Kruger is going to be taking snaps for the Wildcats right now. So ever since Sophia Swanson has gone down, who was the starting quarterback for much of the season, the Cats have been trying to figure out exactly where to settle, what the best answer is at that quarterback position. Also a true freshman, Coach.
So here we go for the Cats. 2 receivers split out to the bottom of your screen, 1 up top. Let's see what the Cats come out with here.
Oh, that's a nice play call right there. Stumbling, bumbling, number 22 for the Cats.
It looks like that's 23.
23.
Coach O'Neill, Ella Pavelchuk.
Pavelchuk,
sorry.
Easy for you to say.
I even have it written out right here just to make sure that I've got it down right. Ella Pavelchuk.
Sorry, Ella.
Carry.
I really like that play call, too. That gave Quinn a nice, easy first completion. Go ahead, get things moving a little bit. Get Ella involved in the offense early on. I really like that. And a first down because they crossed the 40.
Good job, too, with the run after the catch there of just getting downfield for Pavelchuk.
Ooh, nice rush right off. Another quick outlet there. Gets across the 50. A good spin. Still no flagpole.
Looks like he stepped out of bounds there.
But again, that demonstrates, 2 Broncos missed a flagpole right on the sideline.
That pass was complete to number 29, Lillian Causemaker for the Cats. Bring up a 2nd down and 6. We get a nice replay here. As you can see, coming in, nice blocking, good protection by the Cats. Ball comes out quick. Nice job of getting to the sidelines.
There's nice blocked screen right there.
And getting right downhill, there's number 18, Sydney Kirkonis on the block downfield. Nice job by Sydney. Ooh, looks like we have a little drawing outside.
There we go. I don't know that I've seen that too much in the games we've called, Coach.
5-yard penalty.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Official. My bad. I stepped on you. Say what you will, but Coach Schaefer, Bo Schaefer, he still has fantastic calves. Calvzilla down there, even at his
And you can see the Wildcats coming out with the pink socks here as we are in the month of October recognizing Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Oh, there we go. Kruger, another completion right in the middle. Just very systematic, just kind of working downfield.
Yep. That's Pavelchuk again with the reception. Second catch tonight for Ella. That'll be another Wildcats first down.
Looks like Carly Skidmore on the tackle there for the Broncos.
And that's a nice job there from the center position. You see some of the Wildcat receivers going out wide to try to pull people to the flats, opening up the middle of the field right there for Pavelchuk from the center position. Nice design there by the Cats. Good throw, good catch, and it's first down for the Wildcats from the Barrington 34.
Oh dear, that's trouble. Popped up in the air, intercepted by the Broncos, and we got a flag on the field. I think we might have holding or illegal contact.
Yep,
There's a Wildcat down in the field, but I think that's more upset than hurt.
And that will be Coach O'Neill. It does look like that is the case.
So Kruger's pass went off the hands of a Wildcat, just couldn't
Illegal
hold
contact.
on to it. And bounced way
Libertyville.
up in the air. Enough
10-yard penalty. First down.
So we have 10-yard penalty there, as you can see, with the illegal contact call against the Wildcats. So there'll be 10 yards added on to the end of the run here. And that'll bring up, let's see, that's like a 1st and 17 here for the Broncos.
It's too bad. That was a nice drive, and with that penalty, that also reflips the field back for the Broncos' advantage.
So we'll see what adjustments Barrington's had here. Like you saw Coach O'Neill, we were talking about earlier, a lot of like jet sweep, handoffs off the dive.
And there is the handoff to number 42, Zoe Martin, and she makes one Wildcat miss, makes another.
Nice flag pull there by the Cats. Let's see if we can get a number there with the pull.
26, possibly Allie Perkins was close.
I know Coach Gores from a spotting position. So there's number 16, Mary Minogue there, trying to come back out on the pole. Nice job with the pursuit there. As you can see there, Coach O'Neill, that's kind of like with that little jet sweep type motion. We talk about going hash number sidelines. If we're trying to circle the defense and get back outside to cut downfield, not trying to cut that back too fast.
Mm-hmm. Feel like you've coached that up a couple times.
Just a time or two.
And then here we go.
Some might say too much, Coach O'Neill.
Here's the counter back off of that also to Alex Ryder.
Good pull there by number 7, Kenzie Hughes for the Cats. You know, Coach O'Neill, even just the early action here from our last broadcast on senior night against Mundelein back at the end of September, we've seen much better flag pulling by the Cats here in that game. That was one thing I talked with Coach Rayfiner about, is that, you know, it looked like there was a room for improvement there coming out of that Mundelein game with what we've typically become accustomed to with the Cats defense, with it's just been lights out flag pulling all year.
Yeah, it almost looks like some of the Barrington girls are surprised when the flag gets pulled as quick as it does. Oh, here's a different look, a little rocket motion coming with number 2. An option is set up there. Oh, and pulled, but just short of the, oh no, I'm sorry, it already had the first down. So that was interesting. So they did a rocket motion across with Hayden Byrne, and then ran that motion the other direction.
So you can see it right here, Coach O'Neill, as we're coming back through. The sweep action comes around, and then they're going option the other way with the quarterback and pitch player. Nice job there by the Cats defense of rallying to the ball to just limit that to a 6-7 yard gain.
So same formation here. Martin, there's that cross that we've seen. Oh, just missed. And there we go, but a great follow-up. Great follow-up. Clower stepped up into the pocket, is looking for that. I feel like that's I don't even know if I want to call it a run-pass option. It almost just seems like it's get people cleared out, and then if you don't have somebody to dump to right away, step up and go.
It is, and you'll see, Coach O'Neill, the Cats have stayed in their 2 high safety look with Simpson and Natalie Schmidt back deep from their safety positions and haven't really changed much from that 2 high safety look, trying to keep everything in front of them, make the Barrington Broncos drive the whole length of the field.
Yep.
Haven't seen the Cats give up any big plays, and just trying to make Barrington be very methodical to get down and score.
So Clower's going to rip it out to the flat. You said you saw that yesterday. And it looks like she's going to be right at the marker. The ref has a marked. Oh,
Yep,
right
right
there.
on the line. Coach
Right
Neal,
on
that's
the
going to be
line.
a first down.
So first down from the 20 here.
You know, Coach Neal, from talking with the officials before the game out back on the field, you know, we were talking, that is one of the challenges in the flag football game for the officiating, is that the pole with forward momentum, you know, it's hard to get kind of where that spot is because that pole normally is a yard or two behind. I know sometimes if we're watching here, it might look like it's a little bit farther, but it's from where that pole is and where the ball is when that flag is pulled.
I've got a thought about that after this play for you, Coach. There once again is that counter. Martin gets it. She's coming around to the left, runs out of real estate, and a cat with a flagpole there.
It looks like number 7, Kenzie Hughes again with the flagpole. Third or fourth flagpole for Kenzie so far tonight, doing a nice job from her cornerback position.
So I was thinking about that, and it's not all that much different from in a tackle game where the ref spots the ball is still largely a guess. Like, when exactly does his knee hit or when does the elbow hit? It's not an exact science of right here every single time. And I think that's kind of an equivalent with the flagpole. Like, the ref's got to judge based on where he thinks they got it.
Correct. And that's one of the things you'll notice, too, in the game. A lot of the defensive players or coaches stop right where they are when they get that flagpole.
So Clower is back. She's from pressure on her. She throws across her body, back just up past the original line of scrimmage, and a quick flagpole right there. I feel like that might be one of their first completion to their linemen. I haven't seen them utilize them the same way that we've seen some other teams.
That's correct, Coach O'Neill. And I think this is going to be a key area here for both teams as we get another replay here, as we get into the scoring zone, that when the field gets short here and space gets tight, it's going to come down to which team is able to convert on their chances in the opposing team's red zone area.
And I stand corrected. That was Zoe Martin who had curled back into the middle. So even that wasn't one of the linemen there. That was their running back. Came back around in that direction. Different formation that we've seen so far. The fake right now. Clower's back. Last time. Lets it loose into the end zone. Oh, my gosh. Just missed in the back of the end zone. Got a big paw on that. Just couldn't quite pull it back down. Zoe Martin.
So that bring up fourth down there for the Broncos, and we've got the signal that Barrington is going to go, but this is probably going to take us into the quarter break here, Coach Neal. O'Neill with 10 seconds and counting down. So we'll switch ends here as we come on back. We have a beautiful shot there of what looks like a full moon, Coach O'Neill, out there to the east.
Beauty.
As if I have my directions in correct, don't have them quite down like Coach Dale Eggert
right.
Has it down, ready to go here on campus, but I'm pretty sure that is out to the east. It's staring right back at us. Beautiful night here at the Walter R. Johnson Sports Complex. Coach O'Neill for some regional flag football action.
Was doing some work with the Wildcat Historical Association today, Coach, and came across the Drops of Ink article where Walter R. Johnson, Superintendent Walter R. Johnson, was retiring. It was the announcement of his retirement. I believe it was in about 1964.
Okay, that's awesome.
But it was just kind of a cool, like this is a name of a place to most of us who are around now with no face to it. And like abstractly, I know that he was a former superintendent, but to see his picture and he was there in his office and it was just kind of a neat, oh yeah, here is the real history of this place that we get to enjoy.
That's very cool, Coach. This stadium here at campus at Libertyville High School is home to a lot of our varsity sports, and one of those sports is our varsity boys soccer team. They're wrapping up the North Suburban Conference action tonight out at Warren. They're playing out at the old playing campus, taking on the Warren Blue Devils in the final NSC game for the boys soccer team of the season. So wishing Coach Slenholm and the team good luck as they are competing right now up in Gurnee at Warren.
All right, so it's fourth down at the 10-yard line. Barrington obviously is going to, they have a play for here. They're in a slightly different formation than we've seen. We see Martin coming across, the fake to Martin. Clower still has it. She's standing in the pocket, didn't step up. The ball is up in the air, and it is just off the hands. Great defense there, but also that ball fell into the hands, and she just couldn't hold on.
That was number 2, Hayden Byrne there, the intended receiver. Just quite couldn't come back down. But nice job there by the Cats defense rallying the ball. You'll see here on the replay, Clower puts that ball up to try to make a play. Nice job by the Cats with the distraction drill there. That looked like Kenzie Hughes and Leah Simpson, who were the Cat defenders in the area. And that'll be a turnover downs. Wildcats will take over on their own 10-yard line.
That's a tough ball to catch when it's a jump ball and you've got 4 hands in your face. Oh, that ball's up and out right away.
Got
her.
Nice.
That is down to almost the 40.
That's number 40, Coach O'Neill.
That is number 40. Nellie Dyka.
There, I was waiting for you.
Nellie was kind enough to coach me up on her name about 5 times, so I didn't mess it up this time like I did last time. So And that was right from the get-go. That was Kruger's just taking one step back and let it fly to Nelly.
Nice ball there by Kruger. Nice route by Nelly as she beats the corner to the outside. Corner gets the eyes caught back inside. Nice pitch and catch there for the Cats.
Kruger dancing, looking for somebody. Nobody there. There's a flag right there.
And you know, Coach O'Neill, that regardless of where we're at this drive, that's a huge play to flip the field position already. Cats were backed up in their own territory. The penalty is going to go against Barrington, too, here. We'll see if we can get a don't want to talk on the official here.
Subtle reminder. Thank you, Coach Davis. Appreciate that.
Flag was on the Phillies.
So we're going to take that from the end of the run here. So it's going to be first down still here for the Wildcats with the 10-yard. So the Cats take the ball back over the 50-yard line. So we'll bring up first and
Illegal personal contact. Number 11 on the defense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
All right, so we'll have two receivers split out wide to the top, two receivers split out wide to the bottom here for the Cats. There's Kruger's pass. Nice job. Nice pitch and catch there.
That ball was on a rope, Coach, right across the middle.
That was the number 18, Sydney Kirkonis, on the reception. Nice job there by Sydney, too, of getting downfield. That's one of the things the Wildcats skill players do really well, is getting downhill when they get the ball. You'll notice the Cats taking advantage of all the green grass they have. Nice job here with the block. Good pitch and catch. You see that Kirkonis jumps right into that open green space on the field. Does a nice job with the yards after the catch there to bring up a first down here for the Cats.
Right, and another first down. That's huge to just keep churning those first downs out, too. Kruger is rolling to her right. Didn't see what she wanted the first time. Doesn't look like there's a lot of room. Makes the first Bronco miss. The second one gets a pull. Another flag down, though.
We'll see what the call is here. Not sure if that's going to be a hold against the Broncos. Let's see if we can get the preliminary decision here.
I'm not seeing that's the second play on this drive that she looked in the middle right away, that Quinn looked in the middle right away and it wasn't there. I'm not seeing what she's looking for exactly, though. Clearly it's something they've done.
Holding on the defense, number 12. 10-yard penalty.
Oh, is that Mr. Mike Pop? No, that's not.
You know, Coach O'Neill, that's one of the things that we've seen quite a bit here today is that defensive holding flag. So that's like if I was to hold somebody, to hold the runner up, to have my teammates come and try to help with the flagpole, that's where you get that defensive holding call, is when you interfere with the runner's progress without trying to pull the flag.
Is it intent, or is it even if you hold her up, if you're trying to get the flag, but you're getting
I'm pretty sure it's even if you hold the runner up, that you're still going to see that penalty.
Got it.
So as we talked about, Coach O'Neill, with when Barrington was down in here starting to get into the scoring zone, that's where this is where the Wildcats.
Seems like we have an equipment issue of some sort right now. The Cats had to send somebody off.
I wonder here what.
So the Cats are sending back on number one, Finley
Randall come back off here for the Wildcats.
So we're trying. Everybody in the booth right now is trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Coach Schaefer's on the sideline trying to figure out. I think it might be an equipment issue because she took off her. What do we call those? I know what we call them in rugby. What do we call the little helmets?
Helmet.
Oh, helmet. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yep. So like you said, we're still trying to. The Guardian cap here is we're corrected by our Wildcat Productions crew.
Thank you, Liam. Appreciate that.
Right, so three receivers split out here to the top of the screen. Randall's pass out. There's the hook and ladder. The Cats have the edge, and that's a touchdown! Wildcats!
Number 23, Ella Pavelchek, is on the ladder part of the hook and ladder there. Good time to run that.
That is. Nice throw there from Randall coming in at the quarterback position. Throw it out, see if we can get the Wildcat receiver here on the catch. As you can see Pavelchek coming from her center position. Looked like that was number 40. Nelly Dyka on the pitch. And the Cats are on the board. Cats strike first to make it 6-0 Wildcats. Cats elect to go for one here. They'll take their try from the 3-yard line. Quinn Kruger back in at quarterback.
Rolls out to her right. Defensive steps up. Oh, ooh. Just out of reach, but another penalty is down. Another flag is down. It looks like Kruger might have gotten a little poke to the face somewhere there.
Roughing the passer, number 12. half the distance to the goal. Replay the try.
All right, so the Cats will get the ball at the 1.5 yard line now.
So there was a equipment. Quinn had a bracelet on that the referee just noticed.
Gotcha.
She needed to get it off. So that's why she had to come off the field for a play. But there's always a little confusing when the ref talks to a kid and not to the coach, and there's the game of telephone. Things can get a little tricky.
Attempt 2-point conversion from the 5.
So Kruger's got the play in from Coach Schaefer. Ball is at the 5.
So the Cats elected to take that penalty on their 2-point try, Coach O'Neill, so they'll go for 2 here from the 5 yard line.
From the 5. Kruger rolls. Wow, speedy defense coming in. Number 12 from Barrington, Riley Rivero. She was one of their key defenders that their athletic director told me about. She's also their leading flag puller a game. She's got over 4.5 tackles a game.
Here's a good replay there. You can see that speed right off. Nice job with the contain there by Rivero. Quinn just not able to get outside that contain.
We haven't seen that speed of a rush from Barrington, I feel like. I don't
Not
think
yet.
we've seen that coming right off the edge fast like that.
We have not.
So the Cats will be up 6-0 here. Still a lot of time in the first half. A lot of time in the second quarter here. Some communication going on. Referees and the Cat sideline. Coach Schaefer, Coach Rayfiner talking with the offense down here on the sideline. Gathering around, finding out what we can do to put together another drive after a great D stop here.
Now it looks like the officials are going to talk to both teams here, Coach Neal. We've kind of lost a little bit of the rhythm here of the game after that big Wildcat touchdown with
Right.
the Rando pass.
So Broncos in motion. That's going to be,
Oh, great
Clower.
pull.
Clower holds on to that ball just a second too long, and the Cats get back for a nice sack there.
That's number 16, Mary Minogue there with the
Mary
sack.
Minogue.
Nice job on the flag pull there. That'll set Barrington back behind the sticks. Bring up 2nd and 11 here for the Broncos.
All-state wrestler Mary Minogue.
So this will be interesting, Coach O'Neill, here to see what Barrington's answer is going to be here with the Cats. Cats do get the ball here to start the second half. I know that that might be silly to talking about 9.5 minutes left, but we do have the running clock here in the flag football game. So this time we'll keep ticking down here.
So Clower's going to pull it down and take a run. And once again, Minogue with the flag pull. Practically no gain, picked up about 2 maybe there, which when you need 20 for a first down.
Right, and that now Coach O'Neill with the ball starting on the 14, they do need 6 here, so it's going to bring up, they kind of got back to the original line of scrimmage, or kind of close there, bring up 3rd down and 6 or 7. But even still, this will be a big moment here for the Cats defense to try to pin Barrington back in their own territory.
And like you said, with the running clock, all of a sudden that becomes very pertinent. So Clower takes a snap, she looks, she bounces once, throws it across the middle, interception! That's picked off, it's at the 15, at the 10. Wildcat interception.
By number 6, Sarah Toll with the interception.
Sarah Toll, way to go. Outstanding, that's a huge pick.
Here's a nice replay here. You can see Clower back to pass, puts the ball over the middle, and just doesn't see Toll, who undercuts the route. Nice job there from getting down. The Cats are in business, Coach O'Neill. 1st and 10 from the Barrington 10-yard line.
That is awesome. Way to go, Sarah Toll. So Cats at the 10-yard line, fresh set of downs. Little spring in their step. Got an opportunity, especially like you said, getting the ball at the beginning of the second half also, to put a little distance between them and the Broncos. Oh, we got a flag on the field. Kruger's going to go ahead. I think she got her flag pulled about the 4-yard line maybe, but
Looks
the penalty
like the
looks like
signal is going against the Cats.
against the Cats. Might have gotten a little anxious with the blocking there.
Illegal block, number 54 offense, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
I'm telling you, I know this isn't Mike Powell, the referee, calling the game right now, but he could audio do a great Mike Powell impersonation.
There it is, Coach O'Neill. As we get this marked off here, that's going to stay, I believe, 1st down here for the Cats. So it'll be 1st and goal here from the 20.
Which is still what the offense is set up for.
Correct.
They're at the 20. This isn't necessarily behind the sticks, so to speak, as we would say
not one bit.
in a tackle game.
And, you know, Barrington's similar defensive structure here to the Wildcats, a two-high safety look. See if they adjust that at all here as the Cats get into.
Oh, missed flagpole there on the keeper by Kruger. She's able to get ahead and get about 4, maybe 5.
That's number 7, A.J. Young with the flagpole there from the Barrington Broncos.
They just, their safeties are so high back and so spread out. It's almost like they're playing with 5 for half of the field.
And that's where I wonder, Coach O'Neill, as we get in tight here, if Barrington is able to, if there is an adjustment coming there, because as you mentioned, there's a lot of space there for Wildcats offense that we saw them take advantage of in that first drive.
And that also might be the only opportunity they have to get their rushers, because they're only rushing 1 right now. Oh, there we go. Kruger dumps it off to her center. Number 25, maybe 26, Allie Perkins.
I think that's number 23, Ella Pavelchuk, Coach
Even
O'Neill,
better,
with
thank
the
you.
reception from her center position. Flagpole there from Barrington by number 5, Ella McKee.
So now we got 3rd down and about 10 to go. There's obviously 2-down territory for the Cats.
Correct, and that's where Coach O'Neill, as you mentioned here, just want to get some yardage on this one, make that 4th down manageable if you can't get in the end zone. Just need to avoid a negative play.
And you are right, the safeties, just you were saying, they are sitting still on the goal line, which is where they were when we were on the 20, but they're not moving any further back. Kruger takes the snap, gets it up in the air, over to the corner, a little fade route, and then it's caught, touchdown! What a gorgeous
catch. That is number 8, Ava Crivello with the touchdown reception. Beautiful throw there by Kruger. That's the 2nd deep ball we've seen with wonderful touch from Kruger from a quarterback position. Nice catch, great concentration from Crivello, and that'll make the score 12-0 Wildcats.
I mean, that was perfect right there. That was, Crivello elevated, caught the high point of the ball, caught it up there. A perfect ball from Kruger in the end zone, because nobody else could have caught that. The defender there couldn't have caught that at all.
Great shot there from our Wildcat Productions crew as you get a look, kind of a little behind-the-scenes look, Coach O'Neill, through what our crew here sees tonight.
Our crew sees. Special thanks to the cheerleaders, the IHSA cheerleaders who came out tonight to cheer on our varsity Cats. Cats going for 1. Lined up 1 in the backfield. Quick snap. Oh, we got a double pass.
Oh,
still going.
fake.
Oh, no, ran out of real estate. Ran into a host of Cats and Broncos, just kind of a pile there. And ran out of room to go, ran out of space.
Our Wildcat Productions crew giving us a great job here with replays tonight. It feels like, Coach, we've got a replay every time as we get another look here at that conversion try.
Oh, so the snap was to number 18, was to Sydney Krakonis, and then back to Kruger, who was looking and just couldn't find an open Wildcat because the Broncos all over her.
And so again, the Wildcats defense will start with the Barrington Broncos back on their own 14-yard line. Wouldn't be surprised to see a heavy dose of run here coming from Barrington.
As the ball was to number 27, Alex Ryder again.
You know, last night, Coach O'Neill, Barrington was in a bit of a shootout with Conant. Conant was able to pull ahead by 2 scores, kind of a little similar setup here. We'll see what the Broncos have in store, but Barrington definitely does not have as much room to run against this Cats defense, and the Cats have done a great job with the flag pulling tonight, where they have not allowed Barrington to break through any of those pulls, any tackles, and they've kept everything to those 3-4 yard gains. It's been a really great showing by the Cats defense so far this evening.
Yeah, it's almost like even when the Cats are missing a flagpole, they're missing the one in the backfield. They're not missing the first tackler there. As the ball's to Ryder again. Or no, I'm sorry, that was to number 8. That was to Gia Clower. Did she keep that?
She did, Coach O'Neill. And that'll bring up a 1st down here for Barrington. As you can see here as we get our replay. That's a keeper the whole way there, just trying to get that 1st down.
Nice misdirection there, too, by Hayden Zwako. We haven't called her name. She kind of came through the other way.
So with just under 6 minutes left, that'll bring up 1st and 19 here for the Broncos.
Oh, high snap. Able to haul it in. Messes up the timing a little bit. Lets one fly. That one's short also. And intercepted again by the Wildcats. Nice flag pull immediately. But that's number, is that 9? Is that Natalie Schmidt?
Nice job there from Natalie Schmidt from her safety position back deep of reading the quarterback's eyes. Clower just wasn't able to get enough on, as you see here. Snap is high, kind of throws off the timing. She's able to elude the rush by Minogue. And then as she puts that ball up back across the field, Schmidt's right there undercutting that route. A nice catch there for the Cats. Cats are back in business again, Coach O'Neill.
Yeah, that happens
coming up
really
with a
quick.
1st and 16 here from the Barrington 36.
That was nice pressure from Mary, like you said. It forced the quarterback. It forced Clower to throw off her back foot, which allowed Schmidt to come in. Cats kind of packed in a little bit. Kruger.
Oh, wow.
Quick flag pull. Nice job.
Nice flag pull there. This number 12, Riley Rivero for the Broncos. Excellent flag pull there from the rush position.
And I think Kruger was keeping that all the way. I don't think that was ever going to be up in the air. She was just giving a little hesitation to try and let some space create. Look, boom, and then tucked right under. But, man.
That's a nice job there from that rush position, keeping contained, keeping the runner on the inside shoulder, and then a nice job of finishing it off with that flagpole as well.
So, Cat's still in a good position here, but like you said, that running clock, man, it's under 5 already. Like, that happens fast. So, second, and they need to get to the 20. So, second and call it 18 here. Kruger running out of real estate, maybe gets the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, or to the line of scrimmage right there with a completion to Krakonis.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 20 here, Coach O'Neill, as we get a replay here. As you can see, the Bronco rush is right there, right from the jump. That's number 7, A.J. Young on there, the rush with Rivero. And 27, Ryder comes in with the flagpole there for the Broncos.
I'd love to see Coach Schaefer move Kruger around a little bit. It seemed like she was having a little more success when she was able to move around in the pocket. She's staying right in the middle. There she goes, moving now. Airs one out. We do have a flag down. Throws into 2 defenders. Cat with the completion. That's number 8. Ava Carvillo again. But there is a flag down here.
There is a flag on the play.
Let's see what the call is here.
Flag is against the Broncos. Huge. Carvello just went up and got that ball over 2 Bronco defenders.
You can see the Cats are excited there to get that long 3rd down conversion. Nice shot there from our Wildcat Productions crew at the Cats offensive huddle.
So now they still, there we go. And the yards after the catch, too, because she caught that ball just about at the 20.
Illegal personal contact, defense number 7, 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. 1st down.
Have a timeout here, Coach O'Neill, as well. So that gives us a little break in the action. Talk about a little bit more of a Wildcat athletics action, Coach O'Neill. Well, we had it's one of those when athletics, Mother Nature always wins. And yesterday, our tennis match against the Barrington Broncos had to weather postpone that match to today. So Coach Kiernan and the Varsity girls tennis team and their last week here getting ready for the conference tournament on Friday of this week went out to Barrington. So hope they had a great match out down in Barrington today. Our lower levels will finish that back up tomorrow up here at LHS.
How did golf do? Didn't girls golf go?
So we had a great, both our boys and girls golf team won their respective regionals. So that was a great accomplishment there by Coach Peterson, the girls golf team, Coach Wall, and the boys golf team. And then in our sectional action, Finn Sullivan from Libertyville was our state qualifier from our boys golf team. Finn will compete down at the Den this weekend. So good luck, Finn.
AP Euro alum, Finn Sullivan.
Wish you the best of luck at the state golf tournament on Friday and Saturday.
So Cats first down there in a bunch formation down in the right. Kruger lets it go across the middle. Ooh, just short. They went in a bunch on the left, and then one Cat sprinted to the middle of the field. Just couldn't quite connect.
That was number 1, Kaylee Skidmore with the defense there from the Broncos. And you can see there Kruger from the pocket looking back over the middle.
Oof.
Just not able to connect there with Skidmore on that coverage. So we're under 3.5 minutes here, Coach O'Neill, in the 2nd quarter. Cats have bunched down to the left.
Kruger takes the snap. Oh, there's that rush. That's the second time we've seen it when they actually send 2 Barrington's really effective with that. We're having a
And I
hard time
wouldn't be,
stopping
you know, I
that.
wouldn't be surprised, Coach O'Neill, that if the Cats start to revert back to some of what they started the game with those quick passes to Pavelchuk from the center position, trying to greatly get where that rush comes and kind of replace the rush, so to speak,
Right.
with defenders popping into those areas. And that's where the Cats seem to have some success here at the beginning of the game.
Third down.
So Kruger coming out onto the field with a play call from Bo Schaefer. 3rd down and goal to go, back just up to about the 20. We're in that bunch formation again there to the right. The rush is coming. Kruger puts it up, got the Cat in the middle. That's to number 8. That's Crivello
Crivello.
again. So makes for a manageable 4th down. We're at about the 12-yard line.
Yep, and this is definitely go time here for the Wildcats. So they'll bring up 4th and 12 here. Looks like they're going to, as we get a replay here, you can see Kruger rolling out to the left. Let's see Crivello come right back across here in a second. Be able to catch that pass.
Nice
from
job. Once
Kruger.
again, goes up, high points it.
And we're going to get the 2-minute warning here so we don't take an official timeout. But they do stop the clock now, and now the clock will stop. Incompletions out of bounds. We stop the running clock here as we'll have the clock stoppage with under 2 minutes left in the half.
And that's in both halves, correct, Coach?
That is, Coach
happens?
O'Neill. Yep, at the end of the second quarter, end of the fourth quarter.
All right, so Cats 4th down from about the 13, it looks like, I guess. Oh, and Cats go in motion. Cats get a little excited and get
Dead
jumpy
ball
there.
foul. False start offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
That makes it 5 yards more rewarding when you get it, right,
It
Coach?
is, Coach O'Neill. Just a little bit more space to operate in.
So we'll see. In your situation, do you usually keep the same play call you had, or would that change?
Kind of depends on, you know, that 5 yards does make a little bit of difference depending on what they had called with your landmarks as you're going into the end zone because you're at the spot where you got to get into the end zone.
Ball is up in the corner once again. Oh, and just off the hands. If I was to guess,
That would be Crivello, number 8 again, the
Yep.
intended receiver there for the Cats. But the Cats defense so far, Coach O'Neill, been lights out. You know, Clower has not been able to spring free for those runs as we get a replay here. Again, nice ball there back by Kruger, giving Crivello just a chance, just not able to connect. That's that first one tonight, Coach O'Neill, where we haven't been able to find that connection. But as you mentioned, the Cats defense lights out so far tonight against this Barrington Broncos offense.
and tip of the hat to Haley Donovan. Heck of a play there defending for the Broncos. So Clower's going to keep it, come back across the other way. And I think maybe a gain of 1 after all that.
That's Hayden Zwako on the reception, number 14 for Barrington. That'll bring up 2nd down. Clock's still running here with 1:35 left. And this is where here, Coach O'Neill, each team gets 2 timeouts in the half, and Barrington's already used 1, so they only have 1 timeout left. They're going to have to get those chunk plays, which they have not been able to get yet tonight on the
high
Cats
snap.
defense.
Gives the Cats a little bit more
And
time.
it looks
There is
like
a
there's going to
flag
be
down.
a hold.
Ball's up in the air, intercepted again. Oh, almost. Had a chance there. And then Natalie Schmidt was going to get another one. So there's a flag down. Oh,
It's going to go against the Cats. And so I think, Coach O'Neill, what these illegal personal contacts are is when the defender is trying to run through the offensive player. You know, I think there does have to be a little bit of an avoidance there from the defender. And when the defender runs through the offensive player, that's where you see this illegal personal contact that we've seen a couple times tonight.
Illegal use of hands. 16 defense. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
oh, because that was it was on 1st down. Sorry.
Correct.
So it's 1st and 11 now here for Barrington. So they get moved up. Ball is snapped. Underneath, a little tunnel screen kind of thing, but another great flagpole right there. No extra space.
That's number 28, Kaylee Kobo, with the flagpole there for the Cats. Under a minute left here for the Wildcats. 2nd down here for the Broncos. And Barrington doesn't seem to be in. Nope, there we get the timeout right there. Coach O'Neill, you can see the replay there. Trying to come with a little bit of that tunnel screen. Almost looked like a hook and ladder type setup there.
A nice job. Current AP Euro student, Kaylee Kobo. Nice flagpole. But yeah, they don't seem to be very urgent. Like they're really trying to work the ball down all 70 yards for a score here.
You know, Coach O'Neill, tomorrow night, Coach Leica and the girls volleyball team, they head up to Zion, Benton, to take on the ZBs in some North Suburban Conference action. So good luck to Coach Leica and the girls cross country, or I'm sorry, and the girls volleyball team. And then on Thursday this week, boys soccer is back in action. They head out to Waukegan to play at the Waukegan Sports Park, and that our girls swimming and diving team heads out to Mundelein for an NSC conference duel, just right down 176 at Mundelein High School. And also on Thursday, we have our regional final here in the Walter R. Johnson Sports Complex for the flag football game. So come on out. That game starts at 6 o'clock. With this being an IHSA state event, you can find tickets posted on GoFan. Again, if you go to GoFan and search Libertyville High School, you'll be able to find the tickets put up there for the game on Thursday here at 6 o'clock underway.
So that is the Schaumburg Saxons versus the winner of this game,
correct, Coach O'Neill. Yep, number 4 seed Schaumburg Saxons held their seed position here earlier tonight with that victory over St. Vinder. They'll take on the winner of this game, which is against right now your number 5 Libertyville Wildcats versus number 12 Barrington Broncos.
All right, so under a minute to go, second down and 11 right now, or second down and 9, excuse me. There's that hook and ladder that you just said that they were hooking up for last time, or setting up for last time.
And that's an illegal forward pass there, Coach O'Neill, is what the signal is from the official across the field.
So they try that hook and ladder. They set up that same way with that little underneath screen, and the idea was to zip it out to Martin. She got a little excited about it.
Just looks like lost the handle on it just a little bit. Cats had a host of defenders there ready for it. Didn't quite fall for that and suck in there on that hook and ladder play. Good defense there from the Wildcats.
We have an illegal forward pass on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul and a loss of down.
All right, so that'll bring up a third down. So it'll be third and about 14. 50 seconds left. Cats still have both of their timeouts. Do they get aggressive and go ahead and try to get another one in before the half?
You know, Coach Neal, as we talked about earlier, the Cats do get the ball here to start the second half, so wouldn't be surprised, especially here, if they get a stop, if we don't see a timeout coming quick, try to steal another offensive possession here this half.
Be curious, interesting call here for the Broncos. Do you run it and force us to take a timeout before the change of possession? Or are you going to try to get that? Oh, and that's the worst possible scenario for the Broncos.
It is, and that clock's going to stay running too because that is a fumble.
I think we'll see. They go ahead.
Yep, and there's the timeout.
Decide for the timeout. Well, especially with the way Kruger's been throwing the ball and Nelly Dyka and Ava Crivello, you know you can go up top and get some big chunk plays here.
Correct, Coach. You know, that's where it's good use of the timeout there by the Wildcats, as because that is a fumble, the clock still does run because it is a live ball.
And the first punt by the Broncos was not exactly a field flipper. So the Cats have a pretty good chance, I would say, unless that first punt was a distinct anomaly, Cats have a good chance of getting the ball on their half of the field to push in for a score.
You get a nice look there of Coach Vance and the varsity cheer squad. As you mentioned, Coach, out supporting our flag team tonight. Thank you for coming on out and for the support. Got a nice crowd here at the Walter R. Johnson Sports Complex for Tuesday Night Football. And if you're just joining in on the broadcast as we approach the 8 o'clock hour, the score here is Libertyville 12, Barrington 0. Wildcats getting some big plays there off the start. Big plays in the passing game have spurred the Wildcat action here with their 2 touchdowns, with a Finley Randall to Nelly Dyka to pitch to Ella Pavelchuk on the hook and ladder for the first one, and Quinn Kruger throwing it up to Ava Crivello on the second Wildcat touchdown.
And I think it's also important to point out Quinn Kruger on that first drive moved the ball methodically down, then had an unlucky interception, but was able to bounce right back. Did not slow her down, did not hang her head. And Quinn was able to come right back and put together another drive, put together a couple really nice throws, like you said. And so that's one of the marks of a successful team, when you can have a quick short-term memory, turn around, and come back.
All right, so it's punt formation time here for the Broncos. We've seen those snaps start to be a little bit high here for Barrington.
So Barrington getting its last player on the field here, a little personnel confusion. They're going to go ahead and snap. Much better kick than last time. Wildcats. Oh, might have left about 10 yards on the field there.
So that'll bring up now, let's see where that spot's going to go. It's going to bring up 1st and 1 here for the Wildcats from the 41-yard line. 31 seconds left, 1 timeout here for Libertyville. So you're looking at least 2-3 plays here, Coach O'Neill, depending on what happens. And you have that timeout so you can get that ball over the middle field. We've seen the Cats have huge success in the passing game with those outside, kind of that fade route. We'll see if they go back to that. That's a classic kind of cover 2 beater, which the Barrington Broncos have been in here the whole night. And there it is, right back over the middle of the field. Yep. 54 there for the Cats on the reception. We have a timeout.
They do go ahead and take their timeout.
So here's a replay again, and we just talked about this is where the Cats had success early on, was going right back to where those rushers came from, kind of replace the rusher type idea, able to pick up a nice 6-7 yard gain.
And use the timeout. It looked like the timeout got called before the referee signaled for it. Yeah, so we have 8 to 16 seniors. Last week was senior night against Mundelein, correct?
Correct, Coach.
And so 16 seniors, and these are girls who have been with the program since day one, and are really kind of the founders of this thing. And I think that's so cool that years from now they'll be able to come back, and we see people come back for the Hall of Fame. We see people come back for their 20th reunion. And these people will be able to point to and say, I was the first. I was there on the first seasons. And I think that's super cool. So Kruger back, has the ball, has some time. She's going to go ahead and duck under.
I think that might do it there, Coach. Cats are hustling the line, trying to get this one off. See if we can get the ball spotted here.
Oh,
and they got it off.
They got one play off. Don't know if they have a play in. Oh, and a flag pulled by Rivera that will put an end to that half. But the Cats get 2 scores, a couple nice drives, a couple nice completions, and are up 2 scores at the regional half. So we'll see a quick replay here. They got that play off just quick. I don't know that they were totally organized, but then Rivera got the flagpole to make quick work of that.
So we're going to take a little break of the action here. We'll take a break here with halftime scores. Libertyville Wildcats 12, Barrington Broncos 0. This is halftime coming at you right now. We'll be back momentarily here for the second half.
The IHSA is proud to offer participation opportunities for all high school students in Illinois. In addition to offering a state series of nearly 40 sports and activities, the IHSA also conducts state tournaments for athletes with disabilities in basketball, bowling, swimming, and track. Contact the IHSA to learn more about how you can participate. Characteristics that will stay with students long after high school. The future plays here.
Mine is on right now. We're back at the Walter R. Johnson Sport Complex for the regional contest between the Wildcats of Libertyville and the Broncos of Barrington. And, Coach, we're also live on an app. I have no idea.
I'm sorry, Coach Neal. I'm trying to download it right now here so you can stay up to date with all your Wildcat Productions streams and content. We saw some clips there over the halftime of the fall band concert going on right now as well, and a stream from there. So go to wherever you download your apps on your mobile electronic device. Proud of myself for actually getting that correct.
That was
Coach Neal,
good.
'cause
That
I'm
was
not
good, yeah.
the most tech-savvy person when it comes to that type of thing with apps and things like that. But head on in so you can stay up to date with all your Wildcat streams.
Our director tonight, Liam Khan, he made the app this summer. So go ahead and check it out as the Cats start the second half. And it looks like Kruger's going to keep that and be 1 yard short of the first.
It's pulling, like you said, Coach Neal, as you're pulling up the app right here, you can see we've got a stream of the homecoming assembly, our flag football game from Mundelein, the fall choir concert, true Wildcat ceremonies, and then going flag football from earlier in the year, some more tackle football from the earlier in the year. You can stream through all the different events that our Wildcat Productions team does over the course of the year. So there's some great shots in there too. So well done, wonderful job. Go on, get those downloads on those apps, like, comment, subscribe if that's a thing for one of those, and help the Wildcat Productions team out.
All right, so the Cats come out here to start the second half. They get the ball up 12-0. They're a little bunched up right now. Kruger's going to go ahead and kind of just like you said, they're trying to negate that edge rush that the Broncos had brought, and going back to what they did the first series, their first offensive series, get back to the middle and replace those rushers.
And, I think this is a big series here for Barrington, Coach O'Neill. They played almost the entire second quarter. The Wildcats were in plus territory. We're in the Barrington territory. I don't think the ball crossed the 50-yard line really once in the second quarter. Cats did a great job of keeping the ball in the Barrington side of the field. And now with a start here in the third quarter, like, this is an important series for Barrington if they want to try to flip that field position.
So Kruger standing in the pocket. There's the dump under once again, and gets all the way out to the 32, it looks like.
I think they're going to call it their 30, just past the 30. So bring up third down as 10. That's Pavelchuk with the reception from our center position.
So now need 10 yards. That little dump underneath isn't good for 10. It's good for opening up the defense and good for picking up a couple little chunks. But to go 10, they're going to need to do something a little bit different than that.
Correct, Coach O'Neill. And that's one of the things, too, the Cats had success with that. Then they were able to get the ball outside and get the ball downfield on some of those fade routes.
There's that bunch formation, and the Cats run away from it, running into it to try to get the first down. They're going to be 5 yards short, 4 yards short.
It looks like number 18, Sidney Krakonis, Which the carry.
So they ran away from the bunch trying to draw the defense over. I think
And
Barrington's defense stayed pretty even.
Libertyville going for it here with a 4th and 3, as you can see here on the replay.
So 4th and 3 here. Kruger's got it. There's got that dump underneath, and it's complete and across for the first down. Just like you said, that little dump pass right across the lineman. Ella Pavelchek from her center position, and she's right back ready to go at the line of scrimmage. Let's go.
That was Kaylee Skidmore there with the flagpole for the Barrington Broncos. As Leah Toll comes in with the play call from Coach Schaefer on the sidelines for the Cats. You see Coach O'Neill, like we talked about it earlier, the Barrington safety is way back.
Man.
Way back in there, that big cover 2 shell there.
So Kruger's rolling. Looking back across, there is a flag down. She's still on her feet. Dumps the ball off. Cat has a nice downfield block. And that's Ella Pavelchek again, who gets all the way across the 50. But a lot of it depends on what the call is. Looks like it's against the Broncos.
Illegal contact, number 11, defense. Penalties 10 yards from the end of the run, first down.
And that's a big call there, Coach O'Neill, because we'll add that on, like the official said, from the end of the run. So that's going to make it first down here for the Wildcats as they'll cross over the Barrington 40-yard line.
Oh, no. Sorry, I saw.
There we go. Ref's turning off his mic there, a la Naked Gun. So the Cats take over. That'll be first down. And, man, that's a huge –
it is, and just as we talked about, Coach O'Neill, with Barrington needing to flip the field position, the Cats are right back at it, right into the Bronco territory where they spent most of the second quarter.
Kruger takes the snap, and it's nice try. That was a design. She was running right up the middle and then was trying to pitch that to the outside to number 18, that's Sydney Krukonis.
Looks like they called that an incomplete pass, Coach O'Neill, so that, the incomplete pass is a signal there.
Oh.
So they'll bring the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. Cats may have caught a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, I think so.
Or we'll get a nice replay here from our Wildcat Productions team. So you can see here on that ball coming back.
I know the camera angle wasn't right down the line, but that still looked backwards to me. But either way, the Cats will take that break. Got motion here coming out to the right. Looks like an option look. Cats had some blockers out front, but a nice flagpole by number 12 there. That once again is Riley Rivera, who's already over her four tackles a game, which she's averaging.
And Rivera has done a nice job on the rush tonight for the Broncos as well, Coach O'Neill. As we see the Cats come on out for that 3rd and 20 play call. You can see here's a play call. Cats defenders right there. Rivera's able to split and keep contained. That's been I think the impressive thing here with the Barrington Broncos rush is they've been able to keep contained here for the Cats. Cats haven't done a lot back on the edge. It's been those kind of little replacement routes and the deep ball down the field.
There's the bunch formation again. Kruger gets it up in the air. Oh my gosh, that was almost a ridiculous catch.
That's number 20, Leah Toll there, the intended receiver for the Cats.
That was full extension. Got both hands on it and just couldn't pull it in.
Ariel, we'll see if we can get a replay. So you can see here, Cats from that bunch formation. Looks like a little post-wheel combination right there, able to get in between the safeties down the middle of the field.
What's that ball ripping? Just,
just
man.
out the outstretched arms of the Cats' intended receiver.
Either Kruger had one too many biscuits for breakfast or Leah needed one more biscuit for breakfast. Can't tell.
All right, so the Cats hustle up here to the line of scrimmage.
4th down in that bunch again. Kruger, here comes the rush. Rivera's got a good chase on her. Is able to get the flagpole. And that's a huge 15 yards right there for the Broncos.
With 6 minutes here gone in the 3rd quarter, Coach O'Neill, Barrington gets probably some of their best field position they've had all night. Now here, nice job on the rush by Barrington, being able to keep contained. That's number 11, Isabel Taylor on the rush right there. And the flagpole. Quinn just not able to get outside the rush. Cats defense will be back on the field. Cats defense, Coach O'Neill, is kind of what is back in the form tonight of what we've used to seeing with the great flag pulling, fantastic flag pulling so far tonight by the Cats. That Barrington really hasn't had a lot of room to work offensively, and every time they've tried to go to the pass, Cats seem to have defenders right there, eyes back on the quarterback, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, and just not a lot of yards after catch on anything. There's the give underneath. That's that play they've run a whole bunch of times. And there, like you said,
Nice job
what's
there
the
by number
first person
13,
there?
Leah Simpson from her safety position, coming up and make the play. But the Barrington, that's one of the more positive offensive plays that they've had here as they look to establish a little rhythm. That makes it 1st and 19 here for the Broncos.
So you'll see Alex Ryder here gets that ball and comes around, and she does what we compliment our Cats on a whole bunch. She gets upfield real quick. So 1st and 19, motion across. The give this time is to Martin, who's able to avoid the tackle, keeps going. Cats are in a little trouble right now.
And you get the pull there by number 9, Natalie Schmidt, but not after a long run by Zoe Martin, number 42 there for Barrington. And Coach O'Neill, that's the Barrington offense we saw here last night at the Walter R. Johnson Sports Complex, where it was a heavy dose of Clower, a heavy dose of Ryder, a heavy dose of Martin there off that run game.
And Cats have been able to keep it contained, but looks like we got caught watching there a little bit. It's almost one of the curses of being just expecting that the first flagpole is going to go every time. Sometimes you give up your pursuit a little bit. So Clower is back for the snap. Martin's in motion. The fake is to her. The give underneath is to Ryder. And that pull is just past the line of scrimmage. Looks like she picked up 3 there.
And you know, Coach, we talked about the first time Barrington came back down into the scoring zone here, the Wildcats red zone, that this is really going to be the make and break kind of territory for both teams. Cats have capitalized on their opportunities down there. Barrington has not capitalized, and that so far has been a big difference here in the game. As you can see some of that backfield action with Ryder taking that ball, trying to follow as opposed to going the opposite way there, trying to keep it on that same side run, so to speak.
All right, so it is 2nd and goal now. Martin in motion. Oh, and a
nice
huge
pull.
flag pole right there.
6 with the flag pole. That's
Sarah
Sarah
Toll,
Toll.
who had the big interception earlier. And that sets up a much tougher 3rd down now for the Broncos.
This is obviously 2-down territory here for Barrington with 4 minutes left and counting here in the 3rd quarter, Coach O'Neill. See what the Broncos have dialed up here, just trying to get a chunk back, or if they're going to take 2 shots right into the end zone.
Right. I think it depends what Ryder is able to do, what Clower sees. Dumps underneath to the center. Oh, that ended up being in a dangerous spot right there.
You know, and the Clower has not been able to get comfortable back there to be able to set her feet and throw the ball down the field. You've noticed a lot of those passes, she's had to evade a rush and is trying to throw the ball back across her body without that feet set, and the Cats have been very opportunistic on the defense side. Great job by the defensive backs to go in and make a play on the ball for the Wildcats defense. This is big 4th down here, Coach O'Neill.
And over a set of hands, too. There's almost always a set of hands in Clower's face. So here's the 4th down. Martin's in motion. Clower's going to keep it. Only 1 rushing for the Wildcats. Ball's up across the middle. It's caught in field, but pulled short of the end zone. Huge pull there. I believe that was Ava Crevet. No, that was Natalie Schmidt, I believe, with the flag pull.
Yep, number 9, Natalie Schmidt with the flag pole there with their safety position. We'll get a look here from our Wildcat Productions crew with their replay. And as you can see, we see that same kind of backfield action. And you'll notice here that even with the Cats rush, Mary Minogue does a nice job there of the rush. You see Clower's able to kind of set her feet just a little bit more to get a little more something on that ball. But the Cats, you can see a ton of black jerseys right back there for the flagpole to stop the Broncos short of the end zone.
The Cats are content to give up that pass. You can let them complete a pass to the 5-yard line. Just make sure you've got defenders there not to let them in. So there's a stoppage here. It's the line judge on the far side is coming back, trying to figure out. Oh, there we go. Making sure we're good. Clock has started. Oh, quick flagpole there by Kaylee Skidmore. Gain of about 1. Keep that clock moving, but it'd be nice to see the Cats put together at least one 1st down here, 2 first downs, chew up some clock, and change the field position.
Change the field position, too. Cats have done a great job with that all night. And this is really what got the Cats started here earlier this evening, is those quick kind of passes, get into a rhythm, get the ball moving downfield. Big throw then to the outside has kind of been the Cats' offense here tonight, and it works well for the Cats.
So let's see. Clower's a little closer than she has been lately. Takes a quick snap. She's looking, getting to the outside, rolls. Oh, throws across her body, cutting across the field.
That's number 29, the Lillian Causemaker, with the reception there for the Cats. So this is going to bring up 3rd down here and 6. See Causemaker coming across on the crossing route here for the Cats.
It's a nice job, but third down and 6, and I think you got to get it here. I don't think you go for this, no matter even if you're within a yard. I don't know that you want to give Barrington the ball back with this
especially the way the
opportunity.
Cats defense is playing so far tonight, Coach O'Neill. I agree with you on that.
So you're definitely trying to get across the 20, and that play is going to make it happen.
Now we
do
got a
have
flag.
penalty.
Let's see where it is.
Don't know if it's
That's
flag
a
guarding or a
hold.
hold. Was that the signal? Did he give a hold?
It is. Let's see where.
Holding on the defense, number 10-yard penalty.
So that's a Wildcat first down. Even the result of the play is the first down, but then adding the penalty to
and
the result
a few
of the
more
play.
yards on, definitely make it a first down. So here's a replay there. Dumped right back off to Pavelchuk, and they've got a defender on her. Just not able to make a miss. Nice job with the spin moves there by Ella to get back upfield. Bring up first down at 10 here for the Wildcats from their own 30-yard line.
Play call makes me a little nervous, Coach. Had to get lucky on that one a little bit. So, but first and 10, once again, out of the shadow of their own end zone here. Motion here. The direct snap was to, I can't tell, but it wasn't Kruger.
That's number 18, Coach O'Neill, Sidney Krakonis on the.
So Krakonis with a pick of about 5.
Second down.
Just kind of following behind what she can, getting what she can get. Gets happy to let this clock run down a little bit too, as we're just about at a minute in the third quarter here. Still need a nice drive, put together another first down here, get it across the 40, get us to the fourth quarter. Put yourself in a position where Barrington is really feeling the heat on their both offense and defense.
And this is where, too, with the running clock, that time is not on Barrington's side here. This starts to be a big time. The Cats are doing a great job here, being cognizant of what the play clock is at as well.
Oh!
They're
So
going to
that
call that a reception, and then a knee down there for number 29, Lillian Causemaker from the Cats.
They ran that bunch formation, and that's the first time they've run that. We see that play on every level of football, that you put 2 receivers out there, try to run off the defensive back, and then get the ball to one of them to create with a little space now. But that ball just a little short, and I don't know how they designed it, if Kruger's supposed to get the ball all the way out there, or if Causemaker's supposed to take a couple steps in. But either way, that they did not meet up that time. And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter with the same score it was after the end of the first quarter, 12-0.
You know, Coach O'Neill, the Cats have done a great job here tonight of really controlling the tempo of the game.
Yeah.
You know, it's felt like it has been the Cats' game here from the start.
Cats game.
And they've done a good job of controlling the tempo here. Let's see if they can carry that back over to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and really right now, I think what they need to be thinking about, what the coaches and the girls need to be thinking about all, is they don't need huge plays right now. They just want to keep, like you said, controlling the tempo. Run your offense. Don't get too conservative, because you want to keep moving the ball. You want to keep moving the clock. But just keep playing your game. You don't have to stretch into anything uncomfortable. That's the position you're putting the Broncos in right now, because they're looking up at the clock and seeing 10 minutes left, and they're down 2 scores. And they need to figure out a way to make something happen, both offensively and right now defensively. Except they're actually looking up at the clock that says 12 minutes, not 10. Coach freshman football for a little too long, Coach. Sorry.
Before we get going here with our fourth quarter, we want to give a huge shout out to Coach Sampson, the girls cross country team. They get to take off to Loyola on for a Friday night race, Coach O'Neill, this Friday night. So our cross country team gets a chance to run under the lights. I know the team's looking forward to that out at Loyola Munns campus.
So a crossing route from Kruger.
Bye.
Oh, and she could be gone. Touchdown saving tackle right there. That was Avra Crivello. Nice crossing route there.
Nice job by Crivello there on the slant. We'll get a replay here. As you can see, going across the middle field, catches that in strides, is able to split a couple Broncos defenders. And then again, great job getting down the hill, using her speed to run away from everybody. And that is a touchdown saving tackle there by number 2, Hayden Byrne.
And Kruger put that ball right in stride, right on her hands, enabled Ava to go ahead and turn that ball upfield. That was awesome.
Nice job here by the Cats again. Cognizant of the clock, slowing things down.
They're waiting to see the ref will show when he puts his hand up at 10 left on the play clock, correct?
Yep, and then you start to see him start to count when it starts to get under 5.
Ball is direct snapped. Oh, and still going, spinning. That looked like the old Tecmo Bowl coach. I know you're a little too young to remember that, but you use Bo Jackson and keep spinning. Nobody could tackle it.
Coach O'Neill, I'm not that young where I don't remember Tecmo Bowl or a little bit of the football where it was just the little dashes and you had to move it around.
Nice, all right.
Had a little keychain game of that probably would not have been in the ready-to-learn protocol back in the
Very
back
true.
In the days.
But that was Sidney Kokonis on that carry and on that Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl spin. So nice job. And once again, another first down for the Cats and keeps that clock moving as we're just over 10 right now.
Kruger's pass out wide. There you go, Coach Neal, for that screen. Nice job of getting down
go.
field and getting outside. That's number 29, Lillian Cosmaker. Again, nice job on the stalks out there. Stalk blocking by the Wildcat wide receivers. They did a great job of forcing the defenders to the inside and then kind of setting those stalk blocks, those screens, to be able to let Cosmaker take that ball up the sidelines.
And this is a great position right now. The Cats can run off another 3 minutes on this clock. Just churn it down because you've got 5 yards to get another first down. It's second down here. They're not in a rush. Kruger's waiting to see the referee give that signal.
And it almost feels like, Coach O'Neill, that if a Cats score here would kind of make this a very difficult situation for Barrington to come back from.
So Kruger rolls, looks over the middle. Oh, and that ball is just through the hands. I was going to say the one thing we have to avoid is the turnover, right?
I kind of thought about, I don't know if that was maybe the best thing to say right now.
So that's all right. It's a third down. That clock keeps moving down, running clock up until we're inside 2 minutes. So that just looked like it got a little too excited. Whew. Got to be careful.
All right, so that'll bring up third down here for the Cats, 3rd and 5 from the Barrington 25-yard line.
So 2 to her right, 1 to her left, 1 blocker on each side. Kruger takes the snap. Barrington's only is rushing 2 again, brings in a late rusher. Kruger's scrambling. She's changing fields, going the other direction.
Nice
screen.
A
nice screen right there, which enables Kruger to go ahead and turn it upfield and get the first down. Whew. She ran about a quarter mile on that scramble, Coach.
Nice job there by Kruger. Nothing there. She scrambled out to the right, which I'm sure we're going to see here on the replay. Look at that. There they are. Got it queued up. Now she crosses the field back to the left. And there we go. That's number 18, Cindy Kirkonis there with a nice block. And then
that's
again,
a heads-up play right there. Just getting enough in the way, giving the block, not doing anything illegal as to get a penalty, but creating space for Quinn to go ahead and turn that up, get the first down, and keep the clock running as we're just about to 8 minutes now. Kruger's looking. Got to be a little gassed right now. And there's the flag pull from A.J. Young, her second of the night. Second tackle for loss.
Coach, I think that's been the one thing that stood out to me about this Bronco defense is the rush has been some of the best we've seen the whole year. They do a great job of being able to stay upfield, keep contained, and a great flag pulls, too, off of the rush as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and knowing when to accelerate in and when to just contain to keep Kruger in. So now we're down under 7.5. It's second down. Ball is just dumped right out. Oh, rumbling, stumbling, still going.
And that's going to bring up a third down now.
That was, once again, Sidney Kirkonis, I think, on that catch. Completion to the senior. So nice job. Hope you folks at home are appreciating this replay, too. We got our Wildcat production crew down there on a Tuesday night out here to do the game, like Coach Davis said at the top of the show. And we're getting you real deal, real plays on almost every play here. So pretty impressive stuff. So down under 7. Kruger's going to go ahead and put the receiver in motion. She rolls out to her right, and flag is pulled.
That's number 7, A.J. Young again with the flag pull there.
Second in a row there. The Broncos are bringing a little more heat. The cat and mouse game of when they're bringing heat and what we're responding to, we seem to be a little behind in the third and or in the second and fourth quarter.
And we'll see right here, Coach O'Neill. It looks like we're clock stopped here. Looks like something's getting sorted out.
There's been a lot of sorting out tonight, I feel like.
Oh, we have a flag.
Illegal personal contact on the offense. Penalties declined. 4th down.
Okay, I didn't even see the flag come out, but there it is.
4th down for the Wildcats.
So 4th down for the Wildcats. They have to score. It's 4th and goal here. So 4th and 18. But again, we're down at 6.5 minutes now. So the Cats have, even though you would have liked to come away with the score, it still took an awful big chunk off the clock.
Correct, and the Barrington offense has been able to was able to move the ball in that last drive of Coach O'Neill, but hasn't been able to consistently drive back on that Cats defense, especially through the air. A lot of Barrington's success tonight has been on the ground.
And you're giving them a long field. Even if you don't get this here, they have a really long way to go. Kruger puts it up in the air, has had a lot of success there, but the Barrington defender comes through and volleyball spikes that down to ensure that there's no completion.
That's number 2, Hayden Byrne there with the pass breakup.
I think that was intended for Nelly Dyka. But the Cats defense will come out now, and they're going to have to do the job again.
And we'll see here, Coach O'Neill, that we get that replay. You can see Kruger's pass going on up. Nice job of getting air into the ball to be able to get the receiver time to be there. And then Byrne from her safety position coming on in. As you mentioned, able to volleyball spike that back down to the ground.
So Barrington will take the ball over at the 24. So they have 16 to go with a little quick math before they even get a first down. But they need chunk plays because we're right down here around 6.
That's 16, Mary Minogue there with the flagpole. And for as much, Coach O'Neill, for those folks that were here at the Walter R. Johnson Sports Complex last night, we saw Clower running all over the place against Kona, and we have not seen that at all. So great job by the Cats defense being able to contain her and that run game for the Barrington Broncos. Outside of a few runs that last
huge
drive, there has been much in the run game for Barrington.
Mary was a one-man rush there and then made the flagpole a yard downfield. Almost an excellent play right there. Tried to step in front for the interception. Looks like that was number 3.
Ava Martin there. Looked like it's just close.
But still, 3rd down and 4 now, 3rd down and 3, and the clock is still going.
Here you go. We get a nice replay here as Clower rolls out to the right. See the ball just outside the outstretched arms there.
So Kruger's rolling out to her right, has a receiver, cuts back in, stays inbounds.
That's number 19, Coach O'Neill. That's Elena Marabella.
First time we've called Marabella's name tonight. She's one of their leading pass receivers.
Coach O'Neill, this is where the operation is starting to pick up a little bit for Barrington. You can see a little bit of sense of urgency getting in and out of the huddle. Try to get as many plays as they can here with 4 minutes and 40 seconds and counting.
So trips out to the right for Kruger. She rolls that way, has one receiver going deep, kind of a wheel. She's going to turn it upfield, and it's going to be just short of the 40, just short of the first down.
So the ball is going to be spotted there at the 41-yard line. That'll bring 2nd down and 1. As you go look there at Gina Clower, the freshman quarterback for the Barrington Broncos.
So I know that this is how you start to feel when you get down under 10 minutes, under 5 minutes. I think Barrington's going to go back and look at the tape and see this urgency was needed in the 3rd quarter a little bit more. Because it's hard just to turn it on and pick up 2 scores lightning quick like that when you've been kept out of the end zone the whole game.
Yep, and a nice adjustment here by Barrington. They've overloaded one side of the field, basically, by having the blocker stay into the left, basically sending everybody else out to the right. And they've been able to clear things out, and that's opened up room for Clower to be able to run here in the last few scrambles and pick up this first down. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little jet motion here, Coach O'Neill, and handoff.
Have Martin go again. There, and then comes back underneath. Missed on the outside. And then a great flagpole there. That's Mary again. She's everywhere tonight. But there you go. Just like you said, they faked it to Barton, gave it to Ryder coming back down.
And you'll notice here with a lot of the names and faces from the Barrington Bronco team, you see with their grades, like a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. Young team here for Barrington as Coach O'Neill led off with the broadcast. This is their first year in flag football as an IHSA sport. make it the regional semifinals, quite an accomplishment.
Right, and there's Ryder again, but again, great flag pull by the Cats. It just shuts that down, and it goes from second and fairly manageable to now third, and that 15 all of a sudden becomes a big number that you've got to get, even though it's 2-down territory, but it's a big number.
Especially with the way things have gone for the passing game tonight for the Broncos, where they've been able to make some percentage, but the Cats have been able, it's been down in distances similar to what they're facing right now. Cats have kept everything in front of them, that too-high look that the Cats defense runs. And the safeties have been ball hawks tonight too, Coach O'Neill.
Yep.
Simpson and Schmidt from there have been in on a couple pass breakups. Have done a great job of reading the quarterback from those safety positions.
So in motion, Kruger's going to keep it going to her left. She cuts back up the middle, is cutting back across field, gets away with a little flag guard there, is still on her feet going, but she did cross the 20 for a first down.
And that's going to bring up the 2-minute warning here, Coach O'Neill. So we'll stop the clock here. Now we're in a stop the clock mode. We get a nice replay. First time we've seen some option here in a while from the Barrington.
Oh, and that was Natalie Seifer who ended up with the ball. I apologize. I thought Ryder held on to it. I didn't realize she got rid of it. Or not Ryder, excuse me. I thought Cloward held on to it.
Oh, and there's that flagpole sack there by number 16, Mary Minogue. And that'll keep the clock running here as well. For the Broncos, doesn't look like Barrington's in a spot to be able to is ready to take a timeout.
Second down and goal.
And I know I'm a little biased, but the old wrestler in me loves to see Mary just getting all fired up out there and strutting around and bringing the heat and responding with the play, not just strutting, but she's been a wrecking crew out there. Oh, just missed on that. Another great pull there. And we have a flag. Not sure. The flag location was intriguing to me where he decided to throw that.
Yeah, let's see what this looks like here.
Is this the flagpole? Illegal personal contact. Illegal personal contact on the runner.
So that illegal personal
10-yard
contact
penalty.
would be for flag guarding. That was what was called there, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that
penalty.
for flag guarding? Is that for running into the defender? I'm not really sure.
I believe it was for.
Is flag guarding a separate penalty?
We have another flag coming on here. Let's see what.
There's another flag on the field.
The booth crew, the stadium booth crew up here, we're trying to help each other out, see what's going on.
Mr. Goris, our spotter here for the night, has his binoculars out, ready to see if he can get a.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 12. 10-yard.
For which team, Mr. Official?
Looks like that's going to go against the Broncos here, so that's going to bring up a third down and long. With the penalties. So 2 penalties here against the Broncos will back things up. It'll be 3rd and goal here from the 43-yard line.
The only time you take 2 penalties is if one of them is a personal, right, Coach?
That was, and I believe the second one
yes.
was a personal
I
foul.
was just making sure I remembered
After
the
the
rule
play.
correctly.
Yep.
So that'll bring us down to under a minute here. And the QB's going to keep, lets it fly. That ball is incomplete. I'm not sure if the flag was pulled first or if that was an incomplete
looks like they're going to
pass.
call that with the pole. They're going to call the time there.
All right, so that was
Kaylee Kobo there on the stop for the Wildcats. I'll bring up 4th and goal here.
Nice pull by Kaylee Kobo right there. So 4th and goal from the 43. It's not something you see all that often, is it?
They want 52 seconds back up here onto the clock. So, Coach O'Neill, while we have a little break in the action here as we get ready to look forward to, what do you think, of seeing a little bit of this Schaumburg game here at the end tonight, as it looks like the Cats are going to be in the driver's seat here to play into that regional final game on Thursday. What stands out to you? What do you think will be some of those keys of that game there for that Thursday night regional final here at the Walter R. Johnson Sports Complex?
I think the biggest thing that Schaumburg was doing a really nice job spreading it out. Are the Cats able to keep things contained? And are they able to be as successful with their rush? And the ball is up in the air there, and that's going to be intercepted by the Cats to seal this up.
And that's number 7, Kenzie Hughes there.
Still going.
On the pole.
So I think containing that is going to be the really big thing for Schaumburg. But I just came in and saw about the fourth quarter or so. Is there anything you saw from the sideline that you think it's going to be?
Coach, I think it is going to come back to two very evenly matched teams. Both run a similar structure. Schaumburg does change things up a little bit defensively, a little bit more than we've seen in the teams in the broadcast site with Barrington and Libertyville, both staying in those 2 high shells. Schaumburg does kind of roll down to a little bit more cover 3 look. So as we're going to do a broadcast room shot here, as it looks like the Cats are getting ready to take a knee to get us out. So let's give a huge shout out to our Wildcat Productions crews. You can see them here.
Awesome
in
job
the box.
tonight.
Awesome job here tonight,
all
everybody.
The guys out on the cameras doing
get everybody
a great
Yep,
job.
on the cameras, on the mics.
So want to
obviously
give a nice shout out to the Broncos from Barrington. This is their first year. Have some tremendous athletes, have a really good program going there. As you see our broadcast crew, all our camera guys, all our guys in there. But the Cats just had a little bit more tonight. So awesome to see the Cats moving on to Thursday's game against the Schaumburg Saxons. And we're not sure whether we'll be broadcasting that game tonight, but you know what? You can check the app and you can find out what is going to happen. So on behalf of Dan Treptow, Jack Holland, everybody at Wildcat Productions, Coach Davis, nice job tonight.
Coach O'Neill, real quick before we sign off, regardless of if we are on for Wildcat Productions or not, the game will be streamed live on the NFHS network, so you can always catch that action on the NFHS network, catch all your Wildcat action. Even if it's not on Wildcat Productions, we do stream almost all of our athletic events here in the stadium, on our baseball field, softball field, out in the gyms and the pools, everywhere you can follow along on that on the NFHS network.
All right, so congratulations to your 2025 regional champs, flag football, your Libertyville Wildcats. Congrats to Coach Rayfiner, Schaefer, all the coaches and all the girls, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you very much.